Yo, what is up? We're back. And I'm I'm back and we're live. Hold on, wait. This is definitely a little bit too loud. Let me turn this down a little bit. I'm still gonna mess with my settings a little bit and make sure that the audio levels are good, because I still had to make some tweaks. I realized that something happened with. Let me turn this down a little bit. Something had happened with my sound settings, and for whatever reason, the microphone, it was switching to the microphone on my laptop, which sucks, instead of using the microphone on my, like, the actual Yeti, which was making the sound awful. But I think we kind of sorted that out. Yeah, I think it's sounding a lot better now. Let me know if it's sounding better. It should be sounding better. Anyways, I got a lot of stuff to share with you guys. Stuff to drop into the Discord. We're gonna be reacting to some news today, and then I'm gonna be playing some Minecraft, because it's been way too long since I played some Minecraft. And, well, there's some things I want to do. There's been something I've wanted to build for a while, and I feel like now I have the time to actually, like, go through and do what I've wanted to do. Because it's gonna be a big structure. It's gonna be really cool. Actually, you know what? I gotta go get my my controller here. There you go. I still haven't completely unpacked from the break, from the trip on the break. Hold on, let me open up the PTS here. Oh, hey DJ, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see everybody here up in the chat. Thanks every single person for participating and sticking with me, like, through the break, because I know that I have not been that active. And there are reasons for that, like,
DJ
let me pull up.
Said in the chat.
Let me pull something here.
Good.
DJ says I'm good. Awesome. That's good. And there are reasons that I haven't been as active. The main thing is just like, hold on, let me pull this up. The main thing has just been priorities. Like, you have to make sure that you're getting all your ducks in the row, that you're getting done what you have to do, and not neglecting things that are important in your life just because, like, you have something else you want to do. It's just very important that you're making sure that you're actually getting your like, primary responsibilities done. And also, I don't want, like, all the viewers know, like, I have a girlfriend now, and it's not like, oh, I'm, like, not streaming because I have a girlfriend. No, it's not that. I mean, I've partitioned time out to spend time with her and stream as well. And actually, like, while we were, like, going on dates and, like, hanging out before we were, like, officially dating, that's, like, something that we were doing. So, like, time commitment on that front isn't an issue. It's really, really good. But the thing is, like, I have school. I'm a college student, and I had midterms that I had to study a lot for. In between, like, studying and everything else and working, I just did not have, like, if I was working, I would have had the time to stream, but I'm working. So I just did not have the time to stream, unfortunately. So, like, I'm doing my best to fit in time for streaming, and I think that now that it's no longer midterm season, it's gonna be a lot easier for me to get stuff done. Or not get stuff done, but it's gonna be a lot easier for me to find time to stream. But hey, like, if I'm not streaming, like, for the moment, like, do not worry, because I will be back. One thing I've realized from my time of being gone is that I have a passion for streaming. If you guys have watched Ruslan at all,
DJ
one of his big things is the boy's back in
The
town.
boy is
Yes,
back
the
in
boy
town.
is back in town. One thing that Ruslan says is it's important to do what you love and love what you do. And streaming is what I love to do. So I'm trying to do what I love. But at the same time, I cannot forsake doing the things I need to do in order to do something that I love. Because if I do that, that's just going to lead down a really bad road. And I think, like, yeah, it's just not good, not healthy. So yeah, it's important to just make sure you actually have legit priorities and you're not just doing things that are fun because that's what you want to do. Because I completely like understand that mindset, you know, because doing fun things is fun to do. You can't like blame somebody for not wanting to do things that are hard,
Mr. Pizza
or things that like they
said in
need
the
to
chat.
do, but just like they don't want to
Mr.
do.
Pizza said in the
But
chat.
at the same
My
time,
man, Mr. Pizza
you
said in the
can't,
chat.
you can't. That's no good. That's no way to live your life. You know, like one of the principles from the Bible is that like, you know, your body's a temple, and so you got to take care of that. And you know, it's not exactly connected to this concept, but it's like, you know, taking care of yourself is one of the things you need to do. Taking care of yourself is not always going to be fun. You know, no one who around here goes like, yay, broccoli and spinach. But, you know, if you treat your body right, that's going to pay dividends in the future. So it doesn't just apply to streaming. It doesn't just apply to hobbies. If you want to stream, definitely stream. But I'm just saying, don't neglect the other things in your life that are important. You know, some people on YouTube or Twitch or whatever will be like, oh, if you want to stream, try and stream as much as you can and like do all this. And I'm like, no, if you don't have time to do something that you want to do and like doing, don't make time for it by like cutting out things that are important. Just don't do the thing. Wait until you can do the thing. In the meantime, plan out ways that you're going to do the thing better.
The production of the full-on exposing of Danielle Lord is coming along well.
Ooh, that's gonna be
DJLL
fun.
reacts.
That's gonna be
Said in the chat.
insane.
We have a documentary on the way.
Yes, Mr. Pizza was talking to me about this in the Discord DMs. That's gonna be insane. But anyways, yeah, basically I was just saying, don't neglect your responsibility to do something fun, and that's the thing that I've been working on doing, and yeah, I just think it's very, very important to do. Make sure you're not doing that. Let's see. So I'm behind on the news. I want to catch up a bit on the news. I know you guys have sent me memes to react to, but I think I'm just going to be a little bit more chill, react to some news, and then play some Minecraft, because those are a couple of things I've really wanted to do on stream, and I just haven't done that in a while. And there's just a lot here, especially since I haven't been following the news a lot, because on break, I don't really pay attention to the news.
Mr. Pizza
or listen to the news, or whatever.
said in the chat.
Mr. Pizza said,
I'm so glad
you're back, True
you're
Legend.
back.
Thank you.
True Legend.
Thank you. I really, I appreciate that. I don't think I'm a legend, but I think I'm okay.
Mr. Pizza
I at least have fun with
said
it.
in the chat.
So,
Oh yeah, YTP
oh yeah,
stuff
YTP stuff can come another time. I'm still gonna react to stuff, but I'm just not gonna just react to memes. Just to look at some quick news things. Let me see. What are these? I think these are gonna be kind of interesting. It's not gonna be hard to come up with like hot takes for these things. Oh, let's see here. Also, let me know what you guys think of the sound. I messed around with the mic settings. I have a completely new like sound thing, because I realized that basically my sound was broken on my last stream. It was using the sound for my laptop
DJLL
instead of
reacts.
my microphone.
Said in the chat.
Guess who's back? Newbie's back.
So let me see. All right, let's ooh.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat. I see the Exodus wallet in your pin bar. Lol, newbie wants crypto.
Nice. Yes, I am into crypto. I am into crypto. That's cool that you guys know what that is. Honestly. Okay. Here we go. Let's react to this, boys. Also, by the way, guys, let me know if the sound is too quiet, because I went back and listened to I looked at the last reaction stream I did, in which I was reacting to Ruslan, and I noticed that the sound was way too quiet. So I tried to fix that here. Let me know if this is good. I tried to set it up so I can still hear it fairly clearly without it blasting me, but also not being so quiet that y'all can hear. So let me know if how well that's working. But anyways, this one's called They Want Mask Mandates Forever.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat. I want to get crypto, but like all these mining sites require a withdrawal fee. It's literally pay money to get money.
Just because we're tired doesn't mean it's over. Mandate masks.
One thing that's fun is I think that these people right here are all of the people in the entire state who still want mask mandates.
That's for seniors, that's for kids. It's not about you. Also not like the flu. Just because we're
It's not about wait. So it's about them. I don't figure this out.
That's our ask.
I know, right? It's so
If
sad.
we wear our masks and we don't take them off for the whole party, the boys won't know who we are, and we'll have a better chance of hooking up. Good idea! We are so gonna hook up! I think we look hot. Totally hot.
Ugly bitches!
That's a good point. It's a good point, especially when you like turn off all the lights. Works. It works. At least from what I hear. But but no. Like, it's sad. It's really sad. Especially since, like, did you guys see that article from Bloomberg? Hold on. Let me see. Bloomberg put out an article. Did y'all see this? Now, granted, it's opinion. It's not fact or like, at least they wouldn't say it's fact, but it's opinion. But still, they say mask mandates didn't make much of a difference anyway. The policies clearly didn't stop Omicron. Let's focus on tactics that have worked better. Let's see. Masks have been the most visible part of America's pandemic response, but one of the least consequential. The fact that 500,000 people worldwide died during the Omicron surge means it's time to change tactics and focus on what went wrong and led to so many hospitalizations and deaths. Let's see. The benefits of universal masking have been difficult to quantify. One controlled study in Bangladesh showed a small but statistically significant benefit among people who consistently use masks. 7.6% got symptomatic infections compared to 8% in the control group. So, yeah, and I've seen studies like this before where it's like, you know, wearing
DJLL
masks,
said in the chat.
wearing
My mom
masks
took a computer
is
graphics
beneficial,
class in high
but
school.
like barely. Like you'll generally see like a 1 to 2% like difference in like effectiveness. Let's see. Many experts say only N95 respirators or similar devices are truly effective at stopping this virus. Let's see. In some have been going public urging people to put less faith in cloth masks and adopt respirators such as N95s. We've known this from the beginning, though. I don't know why people are like acting like this is new. Most people who are only wearing masks because of the mandate were donning the less effective masks. That also is true. Also, it sucks that the less effective masks were the ones that are the most effective. No, not the most effective. The most like accessible. Because then, like, even if people want N95 masks, like between the cost barrier and just like availability, especially in the beginning, like not everyone was able to get them. It's just kind of unfortunate. It says here, what is clear is that states with high vaccination rates have fewer hospitalizations and deaths, and booster shots are essential for anyone over the age of 65 or at high risk of severe disease. I'm not over the age of 65, but I am at high risk of severe disease because many people in my demographic are using TikTok. Let's see. In other countries, let's see. What is this? In other countries, mask mandates have been imposed and lifted with little or no rancor. Last week is that how you say it? I don't know. Last week I talked to Michael Bang Peterson, a political scientist and psychologist who has been directing a research project on pandemic behavior at Aarhus University in Denmark. There, remarkably, all restrictions were lifted this month with little controversy. It's very interesting. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. But yeah, I feel like people who've like been paying attention to this kind of knew this already. It's nice to see the mainstream media adopting this narrative, though. It's very nice to see. GL said, my mom took a computer graphics class in high school. That's cool. Did she ever teach you any computer graphics stuff? Because computer graphics stuff is really fun. I do computer graphics for the local Turning Point chapter on campus here. It's very fun. It's very interesting, actually. we got in the spat with the national Turning Point University headquarters because I copied their template for the
DJLL
graphics.
Reacts said in the chat.
I know I taught myself.
Ooh, that's cool. That's awesome. That's what I did for like all my graphic stuff that I do.
DJLL Reacts said in the chat.
I am still learning ATM.
That's good. It's good to always be learning. There's so much about like messing around with like graphics and computer things. It's like it's so much fun. And that's one thing I love about doing this because I don't know, I feel like there is like a slight art to it. But at the same time, like, you know, it's with computers. Anything with computers I love doing. I feel like I feel like I can do anything with computers. It's literally like modern wizardry. It's so fun and so cool. I just love like the I don't know. There's just like huge capacity for like to do so many different things with technology. I think it's one of the reasons I have such a huge passion for it. By the way, I have a new camera. I don't know. Hold on. Wait. Shoot. It's pretty. The focus seems to like fade away. I don't know why. But yeah, I have this new camera that I grabbed. I found it at the house over break, and I plugged it in. And so now I have this camera, and also I have like this side-by-side view, so that you can see like both the other person who's in the room and me as well. So it's pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to using this view for like, I don't know, hanging out with people. And whenever Craig is talking, I have the Craig cam now. And like for like when we drink the Rick and Morty juice and stuff, like it'd be a good camera angle for that as well. It's very nice, very nice, very nice. And also, I think it almost covers the whole area. So like when somebody comes into the room, if they move forward a little bit, I think that it should catch them in the camera. So that's also cool because people come into my room all the time. But anyways, time to get back to the news reactions so that I can go ahead and play Minecraft here. Hold on.
How do we get to the place where, you know, Putin decides he's going to just invade Russia? Nothing like this has happened since World War II. Putin decides he's going to just invade Russia.
I will say, honestly though, I have made worse Freudian slips. Just like over the break alone. Although, granted, I have ADHD, so I mean, I can just blame that. But at the same time, it's also Biden has said way worse things. But I think that there's some people on the right who are going to look at every itty bitty thing that like Biden does and be like, oh, he's got like mental issues. Where yes, he has mental issues, but at the same time, some of these things that he's doing, just like a lot of people do, it's not just him. So I wouldn't. That's one thing where they're like, oh, look at how like mentally challenged he is. Well, it's not. It's by far not the most like the biggest evidence of him being mentally challenged.
And
let me see. The controls are so laggy on this thing. You think the browser that Google made would work really well on Google's platform, but
said in the chat.
We all have mental issues.
Yeah, to some extent. I mean, neurotypicals certainly exist. So I wouldn't say that everyone has mental issues, but I think everyone has like challenges that they go through. There's a difference between like a mental issue in a mental condition as well, because the condition is like something that you're born with, and it's just like part of who you are. Your brain's just different. But like mental issues are just like things that happen like because of like life circumstances and things. At least that's how I look at it.
And we've come to a moment that, quite frankly, we've seen coming over the past years. And we've talked about it in the news, not just about Ukraine,
is this quiet for you guys?
but
It's
about
quiet for me.
democracies around the world, that we see a bit of a slippage in our
Slippage.
democracies. Countries turning towards slightly more authoritarian leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Countries allowing increasing misinformation and disinformation to be shared on social media.
Dude, his state media was lying about the Freedom Convoy. So
against the values and the principles of democracies that are so strong. And that slippage over the years unfortunately emboldened Putin and made him think that he could get away with this.
So he's basically saying that governments like his are why Russia are emboldening Russia. That maybe he should stop.
Get away with it in Ukraine. Countries turning towards slightly more authoritarian leaders.
The dude literally mandated police brutality. He had the police trample his own citizens because he didn't like their protest.
Mr.
Not a
Pizza
fan. Not a fan.
said in the chat, I'm
Not a fan.
still here, working on the Daniel Lord
Man,
video.
it's juicy.
Man, it's juicier than a McDonald's cheeseburger.
Dang, I know I've been postponing reactions, but high key, whenever that comes out, I'm reacting to that because that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be a lot. I have not had contact or connection with Daniel Lord at all since I did that one video or that one stream. I know he was lurking in the chat a couple streams afterwards, and I went and briefly looked at his channel. He didn't seem taking a hit, and I was like, whatever. But it'll be interesting to see. I'm really interested to see, what is the latest with him. Let's see here. Some of you may go broke, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. That's so modern. Okay. Keystone Pipeline officially canceled after
Mr.
Biden
Pizza
revokes key permit.
said in the chat. Okay,
It
the
requires
video
sometimes
may be
for
over
us
30
to
minutes
put
long.
ourselves out
There is
there.
so much to know.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine with reacting to long
DJLL
videos.
reacts.
Let me see.
Said in the chat.
Shrek.
What about Shrek? Okay, hold on, wait.
It requires sometimes for us to put ourselves out there in a way
Not the troops though. No, put ourselves out there. Impoverish the nation, but don't let a single soldier drop sweat a drop of blood. Because it's not like the reason why you have soldiers is for them to die.
maybe we will incur some cost. And in this situation, that may relate to energy costs, for example.
Defending freedom will have cost for us as well, and here at home.
One thing I'm realizing here is that Joe Biden, his receding hairline makes it look like his forehead is way bigger than it actually is.
Energy costs, for example.
It looks like his forehead is twice as big as Kamala's, when really it's just receding, and I'm like, wait, what? Oh, he's just bald. Defending freedom will have cost for us as well, and here at home. We need to be honest about that. But as we do this, I'm going to take robust action to make sure the pain of our sanctions is targeted at the Russian economy, not ours.
But even without all this going on, gas in California is almost $5 a gallon. Should people across the country expect to see that kind of a number when they go to gas up their car? $5, $6?
Well, again, I think as you heard the president say last week,
I will say, I think that the right, I think that the channel who made this is right-wing. The right assuming that, just because... I think the right feels like we had a right to impose financial sanctions on Russia and then just not feel any blowback. I think it's natural that there'd be some sort of consequence on our end for imposing sanctions, considering that we are international partners with other countries and we like participating with other countries. We like international collaboration. So to be whoa, we shouldn't be negatively affected by doing stuff with Russia negatively affected by sanctioning Russia is kind of dumb and short-sighted, because we're internationally entangled. It's just what we do. We get entangled internationally. Hunter Biden, for example. Eric Swalwell, for example. But seriously, I think the problem is just that inflation was so bad. Because here's the thing. If inflation wasn't bad, the only thing going up would be gas prices, and that's it. But we have gas prices and inflation, which, by the way, I think people are conflating the two. Gas prices are rising higher than inflation. At least that's the impression that I get. Because it's not because it's specifically the gas supply that's short. It's with the chip shortage. computer chips have been harder to get because they've been rising in price because there's a shortage in them. Things like food, other things like that, the price has been going up, but it's more steady and it's not as drastic because that's just inflation.
Standing up for our values is not without cost.
Politicians are willing to pay the price of supporting. No, politicians are not paying this price. This is all the citizens and all the consumers. I don't know. This Zachary B. Wolf dude, I don't know what made him think that politicians are putting anything about them. About DJ, I was talking about the potato chip shortage. There is no potato. There actually is no potato chip shortage.
I heard that when you said.
Wait, what'd you say?
I definitely heard that as potato chips when you said chip shortage, because everybody always says microchip. So when you just said chip, I'm like,
no.
Got chips here.
No. It's no, like the chip shortage for like the
microchips.
Yeah, for like the PS5s and the PS4s.
And, here's a fun tip. So this was heavily implied by I think like a former naval officer that was being interviewed on the news that I saw, that Russia is low on guided missile systems due to the chip shortage. And that is increasing the amount of indiscriminate firing of rockets that they do.
Whoa!
Yeah,
wow!
Because they don't, obviously they're more expensive and they're lower on them. So that's trade events there.
That's crazy. So we can blame. I mean, because I think the chip shortage is largely to blame for China because of their lockdowns, and we outsource a lot of our slavery to China.
Sure.
So, but so we can blame China for Russia indiscriminately firing on Ukrainians.
Yeah, I mean, would Russia opt for more guided missile systems?
I'm sure they would. It'd be more effective. I think it's probably slowing down their progress in taking over Ukraine.
Yes, but I still think part of me feels they'd still be indiscriminately firing their other rockets anyway.
I feel like it'd be more intentional.
I think they would do both.
Yeah.
I think it would happen faster. But yeah, so maybe they would, because they could
like
indiscriminate targets with guided missiles. They wouldn't hit as many civilian targets.
Yeah, I think if they're hitting civilian targets on accident, where if they had the guided missile, they do it on purpose.
Okay. So maybe this is a good pick.
Maybe. Yeah, I think it's basically. But I wonder how long.
Fascinating. Putting those pieces together. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but yeah, it's such an interesting situation over there. But yeah, no, this headline is annoying. Politicians are not paying the price for. They're not paying any price. They're telling everyone else to pay the price. They're rich. They can afford to do it.
The reason why the price of gas is going up is not because of steps the president has taken. They are because President Putin is invading Ukraine, and that is creating a great deal of instability in the global marketplace.
Bruh. Don't blame yourself. Blame me.
That's true. But it's yeah. It's all the fault of let me see. It's all the fault of us for not being energy independent, really. One person you could blame. Sanctioning Russia was inevitable, and being energy independent would have prepared us for that situation.
Here at home at the pump, a lot higher, Kate. But as you mentioned, people we've spoken to over the last couple weeks, they're okay paying higher prices if it means holding Russia accountable.
No, we're not. Man, we're complaining. I think all of us would rather just have people die overseas than to pay higher gas prices here.
For what they are doing in Ukraine, but these prices are likely going to creep higher, Kate. We'll see how they feel in the next week or so.
Yeah, we'll see how they feel next week or so.
Do any of these moves change Putin's behavior, change the way he is acting right now?
I don't know.
No.
They're okay paying higher prices if it means holding Russia accountable for what they are doing in Ukraine.
I appreciate your input, but please, fuck off.
I will say, let's see, DJ said I watched a movie last night. Nice, cool. What movie did you watch? Movies. I'm a TV show guy, but movies are fire too, or at least they can be. But yeah, one thing I will say, at least all the sanctions have hit Russia a lot worse than the U.S. So, like, I think to say, oh, this is only like affecting Americans now, it's affecting Russians too. Wait. It was the 1996 Parent Trap. I've never seen that movie. The Batman criticized for scene of attempted subway attack on Asian victim. Critics at Twitter call it scene triggering and insensitive to Asian Americans during time of increased violence against me. Okay, here's one thing I will say, because I hang around people who, like, some of them have like mental conditions and whatnot, and I will say this: don't put yourself in a scenario in which you might be triggered. The Batman was pitched as a dark movie. Don't go around complaining and be like, the movie was too dark. Bro, you signed up for this. Don't. That's like that's like watching Deadpool and then like crying and shivering and shaking, saying you're traumatized by the violence. It's your fault. You watched it. And I feel like that's kind of dumb. Just don't watch the movie, guys. I will say, nice web design. I like that web design. Seriously, can we not talk about? Seriously, can we talk about the first 10 minutes of the Batman? Oh yeah, DJ LL, perfect response in the chat. Says dark movie LOL because he's the Dark Knight. Yes, that's like literally his whole thing. Like, we're not like in the what is it, the 60s or 70s anymore, or wherever it was where there was that movie where like Batman's going like this and it's like boom, bang, pow. Like, this is like the actual like dark, serious Batman. What did you guys expect? We're like, oh, I wanted to see white people get beat up, not Asians. I don't know. Sounds kind of racist to me. But let's see. Look at this tweet here from Dino Ray Ramos saying, "Seriously, can we talk about the first 10 minutes of the Batman and how a gang of men attempted to beat up an Asian man on the subway? Was this supposed to be commentary? Was it a blind spot? Was it filmed before or after the surge Asian hate crimes? It was quite triggering. Don't watch the movie, bro." DJ L said they expect the unicorns, but nah, literally. I don't know what you guys expected out of this movie. Dude, if you wanted something that wouldn't be triggering to you, watch Batwoman. Don't watch the Batman. What is that? What the heck is that sound in the background? It's so weird. Facts, though. This is the end of Jussie Smollett. How it started. Let's go. Let's see this. What liars don't realize is that they are the most obvious people. BS isn't that hard to smell. Just open your nose and smell. Ah! Okay. Jussie Smollett, former Empire actor, sentenced to 150 days in jail for lying to police in a hate crime hoax in January 2019. I'm surprised that he's getting jailed for that long.
Those filings are waived for purposes of appeal. You cannot afford lawyers or transcripts. They would be provided free of charge. Do you have any questions?
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I am not suicidal. That's what I was about to say.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
Oh, that's quiet. Did you guys hear what he said? Hold on.
Do you have any questions?
No, I would just like to say to you.
He said, no, I would just like to say that I am not suicidal.
That's what I was about to say.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
I am not suicidal.
I am not suicidal.
You'd be able to hear
I
that.
am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you.
I will say this, he's a good actor.
I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to
Wait, was he doing stuff with Jeffrey Epstein? Ooh, ooh. I don't know who he thinks he is.
And you must all know that.
What an odd thing to say.
It is an odd thing to say.
10 minutes from learning the fate that will change his life forever, and we yet...
Although, is he expecting some sort of like documentary to be done about him? Because then it'd make for a nice scene, you know? Yeah, like, you know, memorize your lines, say this, you know, do your acting thing, because it's what he does. It'll be interesting. When the documentary comes out, I'm gonna watch it. TJ says I'm not gonna be out of context. I'm always out of context. Said no, he staged a crime. He did. We all know this. Mr. Pizza says he's always being taken out of context. That's true. I feel that sorely.
Learning
it's
the
unfortunate,
fate
but
that
it's
will
how it
change
goes.
his life forever, and we yet have any sign of Mr. Smollett and his entourage. Irv, if we could bring you in for just a second.
Yeah.
Knowing his punctuality issues, would the judge frown?
Ooh, punctuality issues. Oof, oof. That's hitting a little too close to home, my friend.
Upon that, would say you not only disrespected the jury by lying, but you've disrespected me in this entire process by not even showing up on time any time.
And what happened? Turns out that you're not a victim of a hate crime. You're not a victim of a racial hate crime. You're not a victim of a homophobic hate crime. You're just a charlatan pretending to be a victim of a hate crime. And that's shameful.
He's a good actor, though. He's a good actor. I'm gonna say that. This should get him some roles when he gets out of jail.
Especially from the family you got brought up with your family values.
You see, you know, so I could pull off as a young guy. You could, honestly. I wonder if that was part of the meme, like that you guys look similar.
It's so sad. The damage you've done to yourself is way beyond anything else that can happen to you from me or any other judge that would be sentencing you in this criminal case. You are now a permanently convicted felon. Your family who loves you and supports you, I only want to use the word forgive because forgiveness isn't even necessary. They're with you so much. They're so tight-knit, but you have to live with the fact that you really put them through a ringer. You've embarrassed your valuable friends in high places, the elected public officials, people in the media. You've embarrassed them. You have to live with that. I don't know if those relationships can be repaired. You've become toxic in your own workplace.
It's true.
Your career future is uncertain at very best. It was...
Dude, no, this proves he has, like, insane acting chops. Hire this man. Hire this man.
Really on a rocket ship to success, and now you've turned yourself into riches to rags, and it's so unfortunate. Riches
to rags when it comes to, like, credibility, but...
Your very name has become an adverb for lying.
That's the... Yep.
Sheriff, court is adjourned.
I am not suicidal.
Stop laughing at our class.
I am not suicidal, and I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty.
What do they say in the background? What do they say in the background?
I am not suicidal.
Stop laughing at our class.
I am not suicidal, and I am innocent. I could have said that.
Did he say stop mocking at our black pain or something like that? Is that what she said in the background? What'd she say? Hold on.
Court is adjourned.
She said stop mocking at her or something. What did she say?
I am not suicidal.
Stop laughing at our class.
I am not suicidal, and I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
Okay. Also, one thing I don't understand is how come general consensus is that like Kanye is crazier than this man? That I don't understand. ISM says I am here. Nice, dude. It's nice that people were able to pop in and join the stream. Frick. I think I forgot to put this in the. Also, why are comments turned off? Hold on, I gotta fix this. But man, shoot, I forgot to add this into the Discord, I think. Why were comments must have been disabled for some reason. There we go. I've had a comments now. So y'all can comment. Let me throw this in here. I'm really sorry, y'all. I meant to put this in the Discord, but I'm so happy. Like, thank you guys all for showing up. Like, despite the fact that I didn't throw this in the Discord, like, that's awesome. DJL says we got some news memes. Yeah, I think in the future when I do the news, I'm just gonna watch these clips because these clips are actually really good. They're like 3 YouTube channels that are great for catching up on news in like really short videos like this. There's Memology 101, there's GOP War Room, and there's Forbes Breaking News. Forbes Breaking News and GOP War Room are a little bit better than Memology 101. They can get kind of cringy sometimes. And both those channels mostly just show clips. They don't have any memes or commentary or anything. But yeah, they're both really good channels. All 3 of them are really good channels.
give him a week.
I'll give him 11 minutes.
Let's see. Hey, some said Alexa Duncan is a bot. Yeah. DJL says it's normal since the apocalypse. All right, let's see. Don't drop the soap. No, this dude's gonna drop the soap. Remember, he's gay. Jesse Smollett is one of the kindest, most gentle human beings I know. And praying for his quick recovery. Is he sick? Is he sick? Well, I mean, I know he was sick for staging the hate crime, but it's attempted modern day lynching. Oh boy, that aged really well. Also, what the heck is Sprout Social? That's the thing that it says that she used to send it. What the heck is that? Like, is that a PBS Kids thing? What is Sprout Social do? What a question. What a question. What the heck is this? The apocalypse was caused by comment. Was caused by comment. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what Sprout Social is, but that's kind of weird. PBS Kids retired that show Arthur this month. I heard about that. I have not seen any Arthur though, so I'm pretty far behind. What happened to the state that would just must never be tolerated in this country? Must stand up and demand we no longer give this hate safe harbor. The homophobia and racism have no place in our streets or in our hearts. We are with you, Jussie. We are with you, Jussie. So he's in jail? Breaking Jussie Smollett gets 150 days for faking hate crime against himself. It's a funny headline.
Oh, you don't know about jail? Oh, you would love jail.
Why would I love jail?
Because you would love it.
Oh, that's not accurate at all. Honestly, like, seriously, Jussie Smollett would love jail. No, I don't know. Some aspects of it he'd like, obviously, but I don't know.
If I can ask you, Madam Vice President, President Biden has said that Americans will feel some pain for the sake of defending freedom and liberty, but there does seem to be no end game in sight. How long should Americans expect? How long should we be bracing for this really sort of historic inflation and some unprecedented gas prices?
Sure. In terms of the discussions that the President, Johannes, and I had, they ranged in subject, including the issue of the Black Sea, and I'll let him explain in more detail.
Yeah, this is even the
like. But we are, again, fully aware and apprised, because we are in constant communication with the president, with his administration here, about the concerns that they have about the entire region and, frankly, the vulnerability.
Bunch of dumbasses going around in circles. Yeah, stupid. It's like just a bunch of dumbasses going around in circles.
That's, yeah, because basically what she just said was, we've talked about it, but she didn't actually give an answer, which is sad. DJ L said my grandfather called my cat Carla. Nice. Let's see. Don't want to play too many more memes, guys. I want to get into Minecraft. Let's see here. There we go. Colin has PTSD from the Carla documentary.
Your administration has.
I mean, y'all are playing with dark stuff. Not playing with dark stuff. That makes it sound like you guys are playing Dungeons and Dragons. But what I'm saying is,
been very clear about not wanting to raise taxes
what I'm saying
Americans,
is,
on the middle class. But
I mean, the whole Carla situation seems very dark and somber. So, yeah, I wouldn't be super surprised. I wouldn't be shocked if it did give you PTSD.
Your administration has been very clear about not wanting to raise taxes on average Americans, on the middle class, but gas prices at the pump have been a huge tax on anybody who is driving anywhere.
It's the Russia tax.
What do you do about that? And are you in favor of potentially
the government's not doing anything about
putting a hold on the national gas tax in the meantime until those prices do come down?
Bro, I should buy some gas stocks, though.
Well, it continues to be important to keep options open. As you know, the president's taken a lot of steps to bring relief and to help stabilize oil prices, including that big release from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. Of course, the long-term solution for this is energy independence and a shift to renewable energy here in this country.
Dude, people don't have vehicles that can run on renewable energy. Everybody has gas cars. The response to this is not make batteries or solar power or whatever, because it's useless to the American people. Who is not in the middle class has a Tesla? Yes, if you have a Tesla, it's nice now because you can gas your car up for free. Essentially, I kind of wish I had a Tesla at this point, but most people don't have electric vehicles. You can't afford electric vehicles. You can't. The government's literally out here saying gas is too expensive. Then use electricity. Electricity don't work on a Ford Mustang. It's very, very annoying how insensitive these politicians are to the actual needs, wills, and lives of the American people.
Americans all across the country, meanwhile, feeling the pain.
They're so ignorant. And, completely lack empathy for the very people who put them into office.
Americans all across the country, meanwhile, feeling the pain at the pump and forced to change their driving habits as fuel costs continue to climb as a result of this invasion of Ukraine. Gas prices still skyrocketing. The national average today, $4.32
you're fooling yourself.
a gallon.
You're fooling yourself if you're telling yourself that these politicians care about you when they're out here literally saying, we do not care that gas prices are high. Especially if that's something you care about.
Prices still skyrocketing. The national average today, $4.32 a gallon. That is up 81% since Inauguration Day. The Biden administration putting the blame for those rising costs on Vladimir Putin and his invasion, but it's been rising steadily for more than a year. Former economic advisor to President Ronald Reagan, Art Laffer, joins us in just a moment. He will weigh in on that. But first, Madison Allworth, she is talking to drivers in East Rutherford, New Jersey, about how they are adjusting to these high prices. Hi, Madison.
Hi, Sandra. Yeah, the drivers we've been talking to, they all have had to make adjustments because, like you said, we are seeing astronomically high prices, $4.32 on average. That's the highest that Americans have ever paid for gas. AAA found that 6 in 10 drivers are adjusting their driving because it has reached over $4. And at this point, we are way over $4. And the drivers that I spoke to, they're saying the exact same thing. Because here's the thing, we're not just dealing with high gas prices. Everything is...
This is not inflation. Stop saying it's inflation. It's just inflated prices for gas. If you say inflation, you make it seem like it's related to the Biden inflation, the inflation that we already had before. Not really Biden inflation. It's kickstarted by Trump, but whatever. It kicks the blame to Russia for the inflation as a whole. No. America and the American government and financial policies are to blame for our inflation, but the situation with Russia is to blame for the extraordinary rise in prices for gas.
Costing more. We're at a 40-year high with inflation hitting 7.9%. And as a result, only 18% of Americans say that their wages have kept up with the increase in cost. So the drivers I spoke to today, they are struggling and they are trying to make changes to keep up.
My landlord just increased the rent last month. And right now I'm running out of money. My savings are almost gone. And I'm a single father. So it's really hard.
Vote for Joe Biden harder next time, man.
I've been thinking and considering not driving into work and taking the bus, which is a difficult decision given COVID.
COVID. But yeah, but these politicians, they really care about you. They really care about you.
How high is the administration expecting gas prices to go? And how much, is there a limit, not a red line, but a limit at what you think?
Inflation never has a price ceiling. What in the world would make you think that there would be an upper limit to how high prices can be?
The U.S. public can bear.
This just flows off the tongue. It's okay.
Wait, what?
The U.S. public.
Wait, hold on, what?
High is the administration expecting gas prices to go? And how much, is there a limit, not a red line, but a limit at what you think the U.S. public can bear?
This just flows off the tongue. It's
I don't know
okay.
what was so funny. Why was everyone laughing?
So it's a good question. I don't have a prediction from here in terms of what it could look like. There are outside predictors, of course, and obviously what we're trying to do is mitigate the impact.
That dress is kind of cool. I like it.
And you've seen, of course, the price of oil go down a little bit, and the president will continue to look at a range of steps that he can take, whether it is engaging through his team or through even himself personally with big global producers.
Boring.
Looking at a range of domestic options. But we've seen it go up. I mean, we look at a lot of the same data you look at, AAA and other data, that it shows us how much it has gone up since the period of time when Russian troops lined up on the border. But in terms of how far, we still believe it will continue to go up, but we're trying to take steps we can take to mitigate that.
Exactly. You can't say in times of inflation of the price of a product, you can't say how high it's going to go. I mean, you can guess, but you can't reliably be like, oh yeah, gas will stop at $5.22 and then go straight down from there. Like, you can't really predict that. It's kind of an unfair question, if I'm going to be honest.
Severe consequences that you haven't used yet, but that are not on the no list.
Correct.
Okay, but you won't tell us what kinds of things those might be.
We're going to have those conversations privately through our national security team and with our partners around the world.
And that's good. Don't tell everyone what you're doing. That's why Trump was so successful with his foreign policy. Because he wouldn't be like, hey, we're going to pull everyone out of Afghanistan in 3 days. And then do that in 3 days. If anything, if I was president, I would lie about foreign policy things just to throw off the enemy. And then occasionally tell the truth so that, like, they're thrown off. He's like, hey, we're pulling out of Afghanistan. And they're like, oh, they're not pulling out of Afghanistan. And then, like, be like, hey, I'm actually going to pull out of Afghanistan because they're not going to expect that.
And now, the second big reason for inflation is Vladimir Putin and gas prices. Not a joke.
We
got a war right here. We ain't got to go over to where they having a war at. We having a war right here.
Living in constant fear.
And every day we getting shot. I get so tired of these sirens.
Seems to be a daily reminder for Barbara Thompson as part of her South Side community is once again wrapped in police tape.
It is so bad. And these polices, they working overtime.
Polices.
They so scared. I know they are. Because I feel for them myself.
This time, a mass shooting shortly after 3:30 Sunday afternoon just outside this Little Caesars near 79th and Exchange.
Man, I didn't know that there was a mass shooting. Probably because the shooter was black, but... but, like... I wish that the citizens were more mobile. Like, in general, citizens were more mobile, had more mobility, so they could just leave bad places quicker. Like this woman right here, I bet that she's multiple times thought about leaving Chicago. But probably can't.
This time, a mass shooting shortly after 3:30 Sunday afternoon just outside this Little Caesars near 79th and Exchange.
Whether it was a targeted shooting or an altercation, it's unacceptable.
Investigators say police surveillance cameras captured at least 2 cars pulling up to a group of men. They appear to exchange words before shots were fired from.
Are those all bullets, bro? That's insane. 54 shots.
One vehicle, 60 rounds. Police counted.
60 rounds.
7 men were rushed to various hospitals. Police say the victims' ages ranging from 31 to 63 years old.
I bet those are all COVID deaths. Let me see. I'm gonna watch some more videos. Catch up on the chat and then go play some Minecraft.
When you're in the hole, quit digging. It's the law of holes. And we have 7.9% inflation. And the week that is announced, Congress passes.
I'm gonna do the auto generator because it's so much better. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's go
When you're
back.
in the hole, quit digging. It's the law of holes. And we have 7.9% inflation. And the week that is announced, Congress passes another 1.5 trillion tranche of spending. As the government was announcing it in the first 5 months of this fiscal year, during which inflation lowered Americans' real wages in 9 of 12 months. We're now adding to the deficit in these first 5 months of the year, $3 billion a year, and debt service now consumes $1.2 million a minute. It's $20,000 per second if you want to do the arithmetic. So stop. I mean, that's adding fuel to the fire.
That is exactly. But he's right. But he's so right, though. He's so but just that reaction.
$1.2 million a minute. It's $20,000 per second if you want to do the arithmetic. So stop. I mean, that's quit adding fuel to the fire.
Just like stop. It's true. It's true.
And also increase our production. We're working with allies and partners around the world to get them to increase their production. But I agree. I think that the American.
Oh, let me see here. Pull this up here. There. All right.
And also increase our production. We're working with allies and partners around the world to get them to increase their production. But I agree. I think that the American people also understand that this is part of the cost of standing up to a dictator.
Can I ask, though, what allies and partners? Venezuela? Iran? Are these the people we're begging? I mean,
Well,
to me, this is a major issue that he's having to communicate with these regimes that we say are bad places, and now we're begging them for oil. I think the American people have noticed this.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. But I mean, also we were in those countries trying to capture their oil, and then we just left. So yeah, that's part of it too.
But that is our task.
I mean, and also we're not willing to make our own oil. We're only letting the bad countries make oil, and so then we just we compensate them for it. Because, smog is bad, but it's fine if China does it.
But that is our task. Our task is to show people that in many ways they got what they ordered. Right? They said this is what they wanted.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I grew up in a family where the price of gas went up at the pump, gas station. We talked about it at the kitchen table.
I don't know why they posted that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100. Watch a few of these clips, respond to some chats, and then we're gonna play some Minecraft, boys. Let's go. Some of these videos are kind of long. Forge Breaking News is nice. They have a mixture of live streams and short clips like those other channels. Let's see here. I don't know why it's not keep maintaining my settings.
Where the price of gas went up at the pump, gas station. We talked about it at the kitchen table. But let's be absolutely clear about why prices are high now. They're high for two reasons. One was COVID. The way the global economy works.
No, the prices were not high due to COVID specifically. It was because of COVID policies that shut down productions and stuff.
Taiwan that makes computer chips shuts down due to a COVID outbreak. It causes a ripple effect to slow down auto manufacturing in Detroit, literally, not figuratively. So
not
because
figuratively.
Of the pandemic, we had significant disruptions in the supply chain. And our supply chain is so important with so many materials that come from other places. At the same time, because the rescue plan boosted the strength and speed of our recovery, Americans had more money in their pockets.
We're not recovering. What are you talking about?
They wanted to spend that money not on restaurants and vacations because of COVID, but on hard goods, home improvement.
Like gas? Oh, man. I just don't think that he's telling the truth here.
But the lumber factories weren't open. They weren't making 2x4s. Plywood wasn't available. I can go down the list. The very products that we needed for the things they wanted to buy are slowed down by disruptions in the supply chain. So what happens? Prices went up significantly. Just look at automobiles. Last year, new automobiles accounted for 1/3 of all the inflation in America. Because the auto companies couldn't get the computer chips.
True. That's true. That's true. And that you cannot blame on America. I will say this: you cannot blame the chip shortage on America. That again, like I was talking with Craig about, is all due to China because of their shutdowns, shut down factories, and since we outsource our slavery over to China, then we're crippled. And I'm glad that like Biden in the United States is like, helping Intel, do that partnership over actually kind of in the state where I'm in right now in Ohio, because we need people to make computer chips in America.
And now, second big reason for inflation is Vladimir Putin and gas prices. Not a joke. We've seen.
Also, Chad, I hope you're not frustrated. I'm just trying to get through these videos first, and then I'm going to respond to all your messages.
On the border of Ukraine. They went up $1.05. Big part of that reason is Putin began amassing troops along the border and then crossed. And guess what? The world took notice. The market anticipated. Prices went up.
No, that's not how it worked. Y'all put sanctions on Russia, and that's why the costs went up.
Putin invaded. Make no mistake, the current spike in gas prices is largely the fault of Vladimir Putin. It has nothing to do with the American Rescue Plan.
The American Rescue Plan, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have anything to do with it. It's just the sanctions. It's literally just the sanctions.
Wall Street estimated that the San Francisco Federal Reserve analyzed it, said the rescue plan contributed only 0.3% to inflation. 0.3%. That's coming from the Fed. Rescuing our economy didn't cause this problem.
The economy isn't being rescued. We're in the whole situation. We're entering a new financial depression. This is not a rescue. We're not recovering. We're not healing. We're barely maintaining equilibrium when it comes to unemployment, and costs are skyrocketing. Wages are plateauing, if that. Things are becoming more scarce. I don't know who in the world thinks the economy is improving right now.
We're going to fix it. We're building this economy from the bottom up and the middle out. And something incredible is happening. We're seeing a manufacturing revival like never before.
No, we're not, dude. Shut up.
Go ahead.
Thanks, Jen. Following up on the drone question from WeChat, the Soviet-era drone that flew over 3 NATO member states on Friday and then crashed into Croatia, has it been determined whether that was a Russian drone or a Ukrainian drone? And how do you measure, similar to what she was asking, how do you measure, what elicits a response?
Well, for the second part of your question, Jackie, good question. It is a conversation that happens between NATO allies and partners, not a decision that's made by one country. In terms of the first part, I don't have any details that I can outline for you from here.
And then what do you make of China today warning that Taiwan belongs to China and saying that it will not stop normal trade relations with Russia? What qualifies as helping Russia evade sanctions when it comes to China?
Well, let me note that one of the during the lengthy conversation that our national security advisor had with his counterpart, he also reiterated our One China policy based on the Taiwan Relations Act, 3 communiques and 6 assurances, and underscored concerns about Beijing's coercive and provocative actions across the Taiwan Strait, which is, of course, our position publicly, but is also something that he took the time to reiterate during this conversation.
But y'all ain't doing anything about China and Taiwan, though.
Of sanctions, we obviously...
You're sitting around in a circle, powwowing and being like, we don't like this. Cool.
Have in place, and we watch, of course, if there's a violation of those, and we also watch if there is support provided for the military invasion of another country. I don't have any assessment of that to provide to you today.
It sounds like secondary sanctions are on the table if China is found to be helping Russia.
Do not say what's on the table. Please don't say what's on the table, man.
So why not be specific about the kinds of sanctions that we're considering, given...
Because then they'll brace for impact. If we didn't say beforehand, oh, we're gonna put sanctions on Russia for their oil, then Russia would not have been actually equipped to go switch to China for their oil. They would have done that eventually, or not for the oil. Getting their oil exported. Sure. All countries would be able to adjust to our sanctions and to our responses, but they would be flat-footed if we don't tell them what they are.
That this administration's position is the mere threat of sanctions should be a deterrent.
Well, we're going to have those conversations directly with China and Chinese leadership, not through the media at this point in time. I would note that when our national security advisor was having his meeting yesterday, he was very direct about the consequences. He made clear we're going to be watching closely, made clear that it's not just us. The decisions that China makes are going to be watched by the world. So that is how they focus the meeting, but in terms of any potential impacts or consequences, we'll leave those through private diplomatic channels at this point.
One last one on Zelensky tomorrow. It sounds like we're pretty dug in on our position when it comes to the no-fly zone, when it comes to the MiGs, despite this growing bipartisan call in Congress to shift a little bit. So, to put it bluntly, is Zelensky wasting his time tomorrow asking for these things?
Well, I would say because of the passion and the courage and the bravery of President Zelensky, there has been support for expediting the delivery of a historic amount of military and security assistance and weapons that have helped him.
Historic? How is it historic? What's historic about it? The fact that it happened over the course of history?
And his military fight back against the Russians. And
yes, all of the aid that we're giving them, we're giving them so much help. Guns, even.
Say that, yes, we recognize there are a range of bipartisan calls, but what we have the responsibility to do here is to assess what the impact is on the United States and our own national security.
The United States, first and foremost, one thing is, A lot of people are like, ooh, why are you only focusing about the impact of, like, I was listening to AFR Talk before the break began, and they were like, oh, like, people in Ukraine are hurting. They're dying. They're sad and scared. Why are Americans more worried about how everything is going to impact them than how it impacts the Ukrainians? Well, it's because we don't live in Ukraine. We live in America, and the United States government is not beholden to Ukraine to defend them and protect their interests. First and foremost, the United States has an obligation to defend the citizens and help the citizens of the United States. Because I forget what passage this is, but like there's a part where it's like God has appointed the rulers of the nations and given and has made them stewards not of the world but of their own citizens. So to say that like these presidents need to first and foremost focus on Ukraine over United States citizens, or like everyone who's in America should care more about Ukraine than about America, is dumb. It's a bad argument. I don't understand.
A no-fly zone is escalatory and could prompt a war with Russia, a major nuclear power. Providing the planes, our military did an assessment that's based not just on the risk, but whether it would have a huge benefit to them. They assessed it would not, because they have their own squadron of planes, and because the type of military assistance that is working to fight this war effectively is the type of assistance we're already providing.
What about Estonia, though, calling for a no-fly zone? They're a NATO member. They share a border with Russia. How do we view their calls?
Okay, hold on, give me a second. I need to go grab something real quick. Hold on. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. Hold on, let me see here. Alrighty. Cool. Let's get back into it.
No-fly zone.
We disagree with the argument that that would be an effective step, because a no-fly zone, which often people shorthand, essentially means us shooting down Russian planes and them potentially shooting back at us. And I would note that the way that the Ukrainians, again, have effectively pushed back over the last 19 days is by using exactly the type of military assistance we have provided. Go ahead, Kristen.
Thank you, Jen. A couple of questions.
This is sad. Also, I don't really feel like watching all of these, but I want to play some Minecraft, to be honest. Let's see.
Next amendment to be offered. Are there any on the Republican side?
Madam Chair.
I'm sorry. I think Senator Paul was first here, and then I'll go to you on the next one.
This is Paul Amendment number 2. This amendment would eliminate the position of Director of the National Institute of Allergic and Infectious Disease.
Actually, give me a sec. I want to check something here. Okay, all right. Yeah, I just wanted to check something. I want to see if the sound, see how good the sound was, and it doesn't sound bad. So let's see. I'm peeking at the chat. You know, let's play Minecraft. I'm so tired of hearing about Ukraine. It's horrible. It's horrible, my God. Honestly, though, I kind of feel you. But this is not about Ukraine.
Number 2. This amendment would eliminate the position of Director of the National Institute of Allergic and Infectious Diseases and
I don't know if you guys can hear how quiet it is because I have compression on, but this sounds so quiet.
The Director of the National Institute of Allergic and Infectious Diseases and divide the responsibilities into 3 separate directors for allergic diseases, infectious diseases, and immunologic diseases. Each of these directors would then be approvable by the Senate. Advances in science often happen when we question conventional wisdom. History gives us too many examples of what happens when people in power make scientists bend to dogma. At the end of his life, Galileo was kept under lock and key just for telling a scientific truth that people in power, the government, didn't want to hear.
Yep, that's
Luckily,
true.
we don't have the Inquisition anymore, but we do have scientific elites who don't want their opinions to be questioned. A good example of this was the emails revealed between Dr. Fauci and Dr. Collins, where they talked about taking down their political opponents, having an enemies list, and trying to squash opinions they disagreed with. This is not the role of someone in government. This is a role of someone who needs to be separated from government. When elites like this hold the purse strings to all federally funded research in a certain field, grant applicants aren't likely to voice a dissenting opinion. A scientist's job is to experiment and test a hypothesis and scrutinize the results. But if certain assumptions can't be questioned, scientific breakthroughs won't happen. Cures and treatments will go undiscovered, medical advancement will be slow and incremental at best. According to their mission statement, the National Institute of Health exists to foster fundamental creative discoveries, innovative research, strategies, and their applications. This is a noble goal, but during the current pandemic, it's been undermined by the structure of NIH itself. Of the 27 institutes and centers within NIH, one has come to overshadow all others, the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease. The jurisdiction of NIAID covers everything from asthma to Ebola, from peanut allergies to the plague. And the director of this institute has been sitting in his position for 38 years without ever being approved by the Senate. Imagine how much has changed in the world since Anthony
Hold on,
Fauci
I will
started
say
in
this
his
though,
position.
because this
In
guy is over
1984,
here
the
saying
internet was
that
1 year
it's a
old.
problem to have scientists just sort of like beholden to the whims of the government. But isn't he also saying that like the government needs to approve of the scientists? I feel like that sort of goes against like the very thing he's saying.
Prince and Madonna were at the top of the music charts, and Steve Jobs had just released the first Apple PC. It weighed over 16 pounds. The one thing that's remained
That's
the same
heavy.
over all this time is Dr. Fauci at the head of the most powerful institute at NIH. The emails that have been revealed show him to be a petty, partisan politician who's not above taking down his scientific enemies, not above having an enemies list. This is someone who really seriously needs to be separated from government. My amendment will make sure that no one person can hold that job for generations with no accountability. It divides the NIAID into 3 different institutes, one for allergic diseases, one for infectious diseases, and one for immunologic diseases. This aligns with their current mission to better understand, treat, and ultimately prevent these types of diseases. The directors of the 3 new institutes will be appointed by the president, confirmed by the Senate, and serve for 5-year terms, but they can be reappointed. This will provide the accountability that's
I
sorely
like
lacking
the
in
idea of
NIH today.
terms, but they should only be allowed to serve like 1 term or have to have breaks in between terms. I still don't like the idea because he's basically still he's still making them beholden to the government. Which is
DJLL reacts. Said in the chat, my middle name is my great-grandmother's middle name.
This is it. What the heck? First of all, this is a cool. This is a cool as heck thumbnail. But like, that's a lot, man. Is it that bad, really? Is it really that bad? I don't know. Y'all know him better than me. I don't know if this is just like beef that just got way too personal. But some heavy allegations. That's some heavy accusations, man.
DJLL reacts. Said in the chat, it's bad.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's not bad. I mean, he's done stuff that I would say is bad, but is he that bad though? Is he that bad? I don't know.
DJLL reacts. Said in the chat, he actually harassed me and ism.
It's not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. Alrighty. Let's see. I'm gonna go read through some of the chat, and then I'm gonna go play some Minecraft for a bit. Let's see. When I think the gas price in the U.S. is bad, I just look at the price in Canada. Yikes. But then that's because all the environmentalists are over there, like, mucking everything up with the production there. Let's see. As Sam said, I don't drive, so maybe that's a good thing. Like, it's good for me, so I don't have to pay that much. True, but then you're dependent on other people, and you probably don't have as good of a grasp on how good, like, their finances are and how long they'll be able to, like, drive as much as you guys are driving now. And GL said, my mom called Colin Musk. DJL said, I got you know from Tim Hortons. DJL said, we need not a newbie for president. I said, not a newbie would be a very radical president. I would be a very radical president. It's exactly what we need right now. Let's see. Not a newbie. So what is your opinion on New Hampshire Libertarian Vermin Supreme? He seems like a joke to me. I haven't looked him up too much. I know Craig is a fan of Vermin Supreme, I think, if I remember correctly, but I don't know. He's just not for me. A fan of Vermin Supreme?
Oh. He's funny. I was just reading about him today, actually.
Yeah, wait, did you do something new?
No.
See, I told y'all he's a fan of Vermin Supreme. I just haven't looked up much about him. So, So I don't know much of his platforms because, like, I'm like a big platform guy. So, I mean, you could be a joke, or people can perceive you as a joke, like Kanye West.
Every election since '92.
Whoa.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is impressive. But I don't know. Would I like his policies better than Kanye West? That's the question.
Ooh, he is a libertarian.
But is he pro-life?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not if he's libertarian.
But you get a free pony.
Genuine. I don't know pony.
Good job for all all 1 in 20 people who get that reference.
True. Yeah, but no, chat. I don't have any opinions on Vermin Supreme. Yeah. Sweet. Let's see. What else we have? Gino said, do eyebrows look like those pipe cleaners who used to make bracelets? How long are you streaming today, newbie? Probably for a little bit under an hour or more. It's probably for how long I'm going to be streaming. DJ said, I'm just telling, I don't care what you do because you run the stream. I appreciate that. DJ said, if you go to Baltimore, make sure you have a bulletproof vest. Yeah, because, in case you get shot in the head, you really want to make sure you have a bulletproof vest to protect against that. Bruh, World War III is fixing to start. Trust me on this one. It's already started. Play Minecraft. I saw that one already. Yeah, cool. So I think it's Minecraft time. Gotta go pop into the voice comms and play some Minecraft. Also, Nate McClain was streaming on a server earlier. He was streaming yesterday, actually. And I think it was a good stream. Like, I watched a bit of it. It wasn't super long, but it was nice. By the way, the drink of the day! Drink of the day. Bourbon. Bourbon whiskey. That's sanctified. Which is unlike other types of beverages. The more you know. Oh my goodness. But anyways, chat. Since y'all are here, let me know, what do you think of the new camera? And with the new like side by side view. Like what do you guys think of that? I think it's kind of cool. I like the flexibility it gives and how I can show what's actually going on in the room. When Craig talks, I can put the camera on him. You can see him on the Craig cam. Your friends are not playing Minecraft right now. Come on, fetch them realms, boy! Oh my goodness, it's been way too long since I played this game. But the last time I was on, I did some really cool stuff. It was a really good time. I don't know why it's taking so long to finish the round. This is kind of annoying. Let's see. Did you just say I got a camera too? That's nice. That's fine. Finally, we got it up. Okay, hold on, give me a second. And I want to check the Discord. See if anybody wants to play. Doesn't seem like anyone's online right now. But I can still do my thing. And maybe somebody will pop on and join. Hopefully there's no update that I gotta go download, because there's no way I'm doing that. ISM said he's back. Nice. Very cool. It's cool, like, so how, like how many of you guys popped into the stream, even though I didn't like put the link in the Discord, y'all went out into YouTube and watched my stream. That I really appreciate. Some nice music. Oh, the resource packs already. Come on. Justin, remember flew in from Baltimore. We went to the beach and then the zoo. I'm glad she left Baltimore. Let's go. Fine. Oh man, I was hoping the crops would have already been grown, so I just like use automatic thing I made. But I bet because no one's been around this area, it just didn't really, like, nothing really happened or anything. Not on the same day. Yeah, no, that'd be a lot to do in the same day. That would have been way too much to do. Let's see. I might go to sleep. The respawn point is set, but I'm not.
Huh?
Let's see. What you want? What you want? I don't want that though. And I'm out of bread. I should probably make some bread. Although, you know what? I don't really need bread. Do I? Yeah, no. What do I need bread for? I have apples. Jonathan? So let's see. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to my secret base and try to work on some stuff. I don't know what happened to my diamond pickaxe that's not silk touch. Because I want a pickaxe that's not silk touch. I guess I should just make a steel, make myself a steel one if I have. Yeah, I have some steel, so I guess I should just make myself a steel one. Which sucks because steel is not nearly as nice as diamond. But I just can't abide by the silk touch anymore. This music is really nice. I like this music. Let's see. The beach, I remembered myself. I embarrassed myself playing minicomp. Sunday took a day off. And then Monday the zoo, and then the camera came to the house. Do you have the camera set up? That'd be nice to see. Get the bread for the bread king. Yeah, I do. I need to do that. For the crew. Oh, wait, wasn't I trying to bring this back to life? Did that work out? I wonder if it's flourishing over here or not. If things are flourishing here or not. I feel like it would not have this area be just like vibrant and like lively again, the way it used to be. Kind of. We got a little bit of something going on. What's up with this music? Is it new? This is kind of giving me like Adventure Time vibes, actually. What game is Minecraft Adventure Time? I can't remember. One of my boats. I have so many boats just lying around, it's sad. I hate this lag. It's so annoying. This music is so pleasant and nice. Like, listen to this. Come on! Come on! Come on! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Let's go! Let's go! It's a good part of the day. I'm just gonna be. It's a good part of the day. I'm just gonna be trying to build out something kind of secret. I've been working on for a little bit. Let's fix that glitch with the boat, which is awesome. But this is something that's needed some building out for a while. I'm gonna try. I feel like I should smelt some of this redstone I have. Oh, I have a gold bar. That's nice. That's really cool. Let's see. my stuff there. And I need some more cobble for what I'm gonna do, so. Nice. Oh no, wait, that's already smelted. I needed to smelt this. Wait a minute, do I already have redstone up there? Oh, nice. My stuff is not organized at all. Oh. I did not know I had that. Let's see, 1, 2. Cool, 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 cool. And now I have some pickaxes. Alrighty, boys, let's go. Check out this super beautiful. Oh, don't remind me of that moment, y'all. Also, by the way, for everyone who's watching, who's an editor, definitely need to get back to, like, okay, so here's the way I want things to go. I want there to be, like, I want people to just go and take clips of, like, the streams. You can either, like, share them through, like, private YouTube links or put them in the Discord so that I can download them and post them myself. Because I can't really make clips, like, in the traditional way, downloading the stream and then editing it, which is, like, the best way to do it. I can do like screen recordings, and then those aren't as good and take way longer. So if you guys could like make me some clips, share them through the Discord, so then I could post them on the Clips channel, that would be wonderful, and I would really appreciate that. Because I really, really do need to get that Clips channel off the ground. And also, for everyone who's already offered to help me set the channel up and make content for it, I really, really appreciate it. Because it's definitely something that's like a lot for me to do on my own. And so I appreciate the help that I can get from this. Adam, John might help with clips. That would be great. I really appreciate that. Because I have the channel ready. I can make the thumbnails pretty quickly. I just need the content. I mean, I make the content, but I need, like, the actual clips. You know what I mean. But yeah, I know my microphone is less processed now. Hopefully it sounds a little bit more natural. I know it'll sound a lot better than my stream from last week. I think it was last week, because that was just a nightmare of sound quality. That was really, really embarrassing. It's also funny because a lot of people, I mentioned this on stream, and every time chat's like, your audio's fine. And I'm listening to it, no, it sounds objectively. I appreciate the encouragement, but still no. Now I know I tried to set these woods on fire the last time I was here. Hopefully everything burned down, because I need to clear the area out. No. Oh. This one's on fire, but not really. Yeah, it's annoying. Well, hold on. I might as well go ahead and start, like, building up the structure. 'Cause I do need to have like a building that is like going to be the base. Yeah. Man, y'all are so annoying. It's hard to aim with this controller, but I do my best. Yes, let's go! Let's go! Did I get him? Is it one shot, one kill? Dang. No! We lost him. That was fire, though. That was both fire and really, really fun. Come on, come on, come on. I miss being on the server more often. I really need to get back into playing more Minecraft just because there's so many different, you know, drama pops up and I miss like kind of just like being in the mix of things. Right now I'm sort of just like doing my own thing, which is fun. But at the same time it's like, I don't know, I'm just like doing things with like Andrew and Nate and like the other guys. Also, I need more torches. See, I gotta figure out where I want the borders like the walls and everything to be. I wonder if I should put villagers in here too, or not. I mean, it'd be way too hard and practical for me to move villagers, like, from my villager space over here. I mean, if I could, it'd be dope. I just feel like it's impractical. Oh man, I'm like, I already used up half my cobble. But that's fine. Because one thing I want to do is, this right here, the purpose of this is to build my dream, like, building. Like, my dream, like this here is like an attempt to like actually make not just a really good like piece of architecture by myself, because I've already done that, but just like make something that also is like completely like modern and nice and furnished on the inside as well. Which I rarely do, so it'd be really cool to be able to achieve that. Also, I feel like I should probably build doors or something, but I'll probably do that at the end. Not at the end, but like before, like at the end of my stream. Oops. There we go. I will say I am farming XP like crazy though. There we go. There we go. I was wondering why I wasn't placing. Let me read the chat. It says, plus we're planning a trip to Canada in 2028. Oh, dang. Newbie boy, I have, Mr. Pizza said, Newbie boy, I have returned. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Judo said, why'd you name your axe Jonathan? So it's a play on, Mjolnir. So I don't know if you guys have seen, like, the famous meme clip of, like, someone is, like, looking at the Avengers or whatever. Wait, no, did I drop that? I didn't even do that. Someone was, like, talking to the Avengers, like, the Avengers crew, including Ant-Man. And they're, like, well, the person asking the interview is, like, asking, like, all the individual people, like, to say, like, Mjolnir's name. And, like, you know, different people say Mjolnir, and they, like, say, where, like, they say Mjolnir or something. And then Paul Rudd, who plays Ant-Man, literally says, Jonathan? So I'm like, I'm not naming it Mjolnir, it's Jonathan? So yeah, my axe is named after Thor's axe, essentially. It's named after Thor's axe without being named after Thor's axe, if you get my drift. Oh, also, what camera did you get? Mr. Pizza says sauce. Haha. That's funny. And Mr. Pizza, of course, he has the sauce because Mr. Pizza. Ah, man, don't tell me a zombie's gonna come over here trying to muck up my stuff. Let's see, I'm gonna use up all this cobble and then I'm gonna have to end the stream. So I gotta get ready for work. I have work relatively soon, so. Cool. I actually had to just check because I wasn't sure if they'd still put me on for my normal shifts, but they did, so. And I know we have residual stuff around the cobble, it's fine. Mostly you gotta get the structure up, then we could bust down and tear down the doors or whatever, and you know, and create the doors or whatever that we need. And make it look actually pretty, but having the structure is the first step. Let's see. So let me send a photo in Discord. He said, when will you be live again? Not sure. I would like to be live again next Thursday. I'm also meeting with somebody on Thursday, and I might not have time to do my stream on Thursday, but I want to get back to Tuesday, and then maybe the weekend schedule again, because that was a good schedule. It didn't work because of studying, but I'll be able to make it work now that the midterm's over. So, tentatively Thursday, we'll see. Did I say you're a pig? Did you guys hear a pig? Man, I'm getting all this wood. Look at all this wood I'm getting. Man, I'm getting more wood than a Catholic boy. Yeah, there's the pig. That's just I heard one. Yeah. Alrighty, unfortunately, I've run out of cobbles. We know that this means that the stream is going to have to come to an end, unfortunately. But it's good to be back in the saddle. Like, until I streamed over the past break, I had no idea how much I missed streaming. It's so good to be back into it. Oops. See, I don't know where the hole is that came out of. I'm sure I'll find it again. Yeah, I'm sure I'll find it again, but not today. I gotta log off and make sure that I have time to get ready for work and eat dinner before work. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that button. Hold on. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I also really would like to know what you guys thought of, oh. I didn't know that it was on that camera angle. I also really like to know what you guys think of the new camera and everything. Like, oh, it's in my hair. Like the new camera and stuff, like, what do you guys think of this? And this side-by-side view? Because I think it's kind of cool, but we'll see. Also, my microphone quality. Do I need to do more EQ stuff? Because I went and redid the EQ stuff, but it's kind of light. But in general, just like, let me know what you guys think. It's really good to be back in the stream with you guys. And I will see you guys around, hopefully. So, peace out!